Hey, it's Dez, and as y'all know, Spirit Airlines has officially shut its doors. They are no longer a company, which means they no longer have an HR department or a working phone number or an email. So upon reviewing my resume this morning, I realized that I was the director of marketing for the past 8 years, and I wanted to reach out to let you guys know that anybody who may have worked for me, I'm willing to write a letter of recommendation. They may want to confirm your employment, and I'm willing to be that reference as the director of marketing for the past 8 years. I know we're all just trying to find a new, better paying job that meets our high accolades given the shutdown of our company. So y'all let me know.
It has come to my understanding that we literally sit back every day and we do not know where all of our tax dollars go to. I have sat on TikTok for the past 7 hours and I have watched constant videos of our tax dollars are being used to breed aliens that these folks already got, and humans, the ones that be coming up missing all the time. And you are breeding them together to make what? And then you got people coming out saying, if we were to see what these beings look like, we would be up all night. First of all, we can only imagine what they will actually look like. But it's like this. We do understand that there are other kind of organisms and species and all different type of life forms that we're not the only ones that's here, okay? So it wouldn't fathom, or it wouldn't cause anything, okay? Y'all can unleash all of this if you want to. That's fine. Life is still gonna go on. We just gonna have, they just gonna come to the surface and they gonna live up here with us or whatever and all this other stuff like that. And then on top of that, y'all be talking about they're not gonna, they're saying that they're not gonna cause us any harm. But y'all asses are the ones that's fucking with them y'all gonna fuck around and gonna make them cause us some goddamn harm. So as far as UFOs and aliens and shit, go ahead and unleash the shit. It ain't like we already fucking knew.
If you refuse the tunnel of light, they don't stop. They adapt. This is part 2 of a 3-part series. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, stop and watch that first, because these traps only activate after refusal. In this part, I'm exposing the alternative light, the void, and the memory return deception, and why so many souls who think they escape never actually did. Let me describe each one so you can recognize them when you encounter them. Secondary trap 1, the alternative light. When you refuse the primary tunnel and the beings at the end of it, after a period of waiting that feels like minutes or hours, a different light will appear. This light is not a tunnel, but appears as a doorway, a portal, or simply an opening of soft golden or violet light. It feels different from the tunnel, more subtle, more refined, less overwhelming. The beings associated with this light, if any appear, do not claim to be religious figures, but present themselves as genuine higher dimensional helpers, ascended masters, or representatives of galactic councils. They speak the language of awakening, sovereignty, and freedom. They acknowledge that you are right to refuse the primary tunnel. They commend you for your discernment, and they offer to guide you to the real exit, or to genuine higher realms beyond the reincarnation system. This is a trap. This is the backup system designed specifically for awakened souls. The alternative light leads not to freedom, but to a different processing facility where you will be subjected to more sophisticated manipulation that accounts for your awakening. You will be told that you have advanced karma to resolve, special missions that require you to reincarnate as an awakened person to help others escape, or that you can reincarnate with full memory intact to serve as a teacher. The trap here is that all of these scenarios still result in reincarnation. You are simply being recruited for a different role in the prison rather than being released from the prison. How do you distinguish the alternative light trap from a genuine exit? The genuine exit never comes to find you. It does not send beings to guide you. It it does not appear automatically after you refuse the tunnel. You must actively seek it, and the process of finding it requires specific techniques that I will teach you in the protocol section. Secondary trap 2, the dark void invitation. Some souls who refuse the tunnel and who have studied teachings about moving away from light and into the void will deliberately turn away from all lights and move into what appears as darkness or empty space. This strategy is based on the understanding that light in the afterlife can be deceptive and that genuine divine source might be found in the emptiness beyond all phenomena. This is partially correct, but incomplete, and the archonic system has built a trap into this strategy as well. When you move into the dark void, you will initially experience a sense of relief, expansion, and freedom from all the light constructs and beings. But if you remain in this void without taking further action, without invoking your connection to true source, you will eventually encounter what experiencers describe as the void entities or the dark watchers. These are archonic consciousnesses that exist in the lower astral realms, and they specialize in capturing souls who are sophisticated enough to reject the light traps, but who have not fully understood that the void itself is still within the archonic territory. These entities do not approach with love and light. They approach with authority, power, and sometimes fear. They may present themselves as the true gods, the real architects of reality, the beings who exist beyond the false light. They will tell you that the light was indeed a trap, that you were correct to reject it, but that you now exist in their domain and must submit to their authority or face disillusion. The fear of total annihilation or ceasing to exist completely makes many souls comply and accept reincarnation as preferable to the alternative. This is also a trap. The void entities have no more ultimate authority than the light entities. They are different factions of the same archonic hierarchy, and both factions want the same thing: your consent to reincarnate so they can continue harvesting your energy. The genuine exit is not found by simply moving into darkness and waiting. It requires active navigation toward your true origin point beyond the entire system. Secondary trap 3, the memory liberation deception. Some highly advanced souls who have studied extensively will refuse the tunnel, recognize or reject the alternative light, navigate past the void entities, and then will experience what appears to be a complete memory return. Suddenly they remember all their past lives. They remember who they truly are as an eternal consciousness. They remember the pre-birth agreements they made. This memory return feels like victory, like breaking through the amnesia that has trapped them. And then representatives will appear, not as angels or guides, but as equals, as fellow members of their soul family, as friends and companions from previous existences. These representatives will show the soul their soul family waiting in higher dimensions, eager to reunite. They will review the lifetime that they just ended, celebrate the growth achieved, and then they will discuss the next phase of the journey. Almost invariably, this discussion leads to a suggestion that the soul can achieve even greater evolution by returning to Earth for another carefully designed lifetime. Perhaps this time with special abilities, perhaps as a part of a coordinated mission with other soul family members, perhaps to balance remaining karma or to help humanity during the critical transition period. What makes this trap so insidious is that the memory return is partially real. The soul does recover memories, but the interpretation of those memories and the beings presenting themselves as soul family are archonic constructs designed to leverage the soul's own restored memories to convince it that reincarnation is a choice it wants to make rather than a trap it is being deceived into. The distinction is subtle but critical. Genuine soul family that exists outside the archonic system will not suggest returning to Earth unless you have specifically and consciously chosen to do so from a state of complete freedom. They will never present reincarnation as necessary for your evolution or an obligation to help others. They will present it only as an option that you can freely choose or refuse with no consequences either way. If there is any pressure, any suggestion that returning is necessary or optimal, you are still dealing with entities within the archonic system, even if they appear as your soul family. Every trap you've heard so far has one thing in common. It's offered to you. In part 3, I'll show you the one exit that isn't offered, the one path the system cannot fake, and the only navigation protocol that actually leads out. Make sure to stay tuned for part 3. This is the most important part. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and please, it helps the channel more than you know when you hit all those buttons and leave a comment. It's an amazing way of showing your thanks and showing up for the whole. After all, remember, we're all in this together, fam. Till next time, one love.
Jackson is showing me really strongly that he did not die from the drug overdose that they suggest that he died from. Okay, so they tried to make him into this closet medicated drug addict. He's pissed about that because that is not how he died. He didn't trust them. He didn't want to trust them. They took him out, and by they, I'm not sure who he means yet, but what he's saying to me is he did not die from propofol the way that they said. He's kind of giving me the face like, do you really think that I had somebody come and put an anesthetic into my body and trusted them when I'm such a control person? This is me saying in my head, why didn't you have a will? And I'm hearing, I did have a will. That will was removed. So Michael Jackson had a will. The will was shifted after his death. At the point of his death, now this is how I'm being made to feel again, at the point of his death, the sales record goes up, the money goes up, the money lost in the tour tickets explodes because Michael Jackson's fan base is like nothing we've ever seen. When you have that...
And sister, go ahead and let that nigga know yo daddy never left your mama. She's the leaver, boo. That's why you act the way you do, sister. Like it's in you, it's not on you, boo. Yeah, go ahead and let that nigga know and then call me back, sister. Thank you.
Tell me what to see, crew. Hey, no. I came back through here, boy. My car stopped so fast. I don't know what they're doing up there. Inside. Come on, there go that. There it is again. Fucking phone blaring out. Must be close to something. Phone is just blaring out. As soon as I get in there, something.
Said it was some shit out there, and then suddenly the Mayans disappeared. Now, they tell us the Mayans disappeared because they can't find none of their fucking bones. But let me remind you that you can go to any motherfucking museum anywhere in the world, and they got a whole 62-foot dinosaur from his nose all the way to his sack and his toes 5 billion goddamn years ago.
Funny how the details we need never show up.
There's a Jerry. Cuz, what? You seen it? Did you see the Jerry curl? There's a Jerry curl in the wild.
Seen him.
You
He's
seen
in
it?
here somewhere.
You seen it?
Oh my God.
Where do you even get Jerry curls, little worm? This is not real. This is 20. Oh no! Don't turn and shake it.
I had to do that.
Somebody's on your left. Somebody's.
Somebody's on your left.
That nigga shaking his hair looking for beers, cuz
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
off that black and yellow, black and yellow. You know, that black
if
and
you
yellow.
do them
but-
aggressive head shakes one more time.
Shake it.
And have worms, and this is one of them. And one of the most wormy salmons is sockeye. So this is why yesterday I was telling my niece the smokehouse doesn't cook the fish, so it must be fully dried or cooked after. So I just mentioned we're gonna steam these and eat them for dinner later. And then we fully dry those thin strips that we're cutting for dried fish, because fully drying the food or cooking it kills the parasites. So we don't buy meat in the store. So we put up foods to live off of all year, and you have to be kind of innovative and prepare those in different ways.
Y'all know what's crazy? They literally try to make it seem like because we were getting older, that's why time didn't seem like it seemed when we were like kids or like teenagers. The days seemed longer, you know, we didn't see the moon and the sun at the same time, etc. That's bullshit. CERN been fucking with this timeline, bro. In 2012, I know for a fucking fact we shifted timelines to an alternate reality, bro. We went to some other alternate timeline, bro. I say that and I digress from it. That's all I'm gonna speak on. But it's just funny how they try to gaslight us and make it seem, oh, you're just old now, so time doesn't seem, it's not the same construct as, you know, when you were a kid. Fuck out of here. Y'all fucked up the timeline, and I know that shit. The people know that shit. The people feel that shit. Birds chirping at fucking 3 a.m. in the fucking morning. Since when? When? Stop playing with us, CERN. We gonna fuck y'all up.
One of the inner Earth groups, which actually look like people from Africa. So that was one of the things I had real trouble with other insiders. Remember I told you this, Corey, that nobody wanted to say that there were black-looking people anywhere but on Earth. And it was like there's this racism inside the cabal. They don't want black people to know that they have extraterrestrial ancestry.
Right, and you were being told that black people didn't serve.
Didn't serve in the space program.
Right, and there were people from all races that were
Right,
serving. Yeah.
very interesting.
Playing on Saul, rising from the dead, right? Resurrecting the people, because he's got on what? Red, activation, black, ritual. He brought the dead back, the black people back, the melanated people back, and they all start dancing together. Then from there, or before that, he is Anubis, right? He is Anubis, who is the lord of the underworld, who takes the soul from the living world into the mental. And then here he is, how he wound up looking later, when they started sucking all of the life and stuff out of him. And again, that was the only other thing. Who did that? John Landis. John Landis, the Jew who did that, is the same guy who did the Remember the Time video. Here he go again. Remember, he practiced time manipulation and time control when he said remember the time and had a video where there was no Caucasian people in the video. Right. They was all black. And here he is, as Heru. Here is Akhenaten, right? And here is Nefertari. Right? And then what did he do? He had Magic Johnson playing the guard. which means that they were all guarded by magic. And here's the rainbow, the lights from the heavens now transforming into him, and then him taking the children into a spaceship back to the star. And that's what he's pointing to. But again, we just thought, you know, it was a good song.
Do y'all remember the Freddie Gray riots in Baltimore, Maryland?
When violence broke out in West Baltimore,
Kenneka Jenkins and Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Breonna Taylor, Kendrick Johnson, and so on. Watch this video and y'all gonna hear something that's gonna blow your mind. And I can tell you because it happened in my family too. For the sake of not getting this video removed, I'm gonna talk in hypotheticals. If you know, you know. Read between the lines. Whenever elite people visit certain parts of the country, specifically the parts of the country where those people I named are from, weird things happen to people who are in quote-unquote poverty. Wealthy people need organs and they don't like waiting on a list. So they recruit and they find ways to get organs in any way possible. My nephew died mysteriously after his mother sent him away to Job Corps. At the same time, she signed an NDA from the government and received a lump sum of money out of nowhere. And ironically, shortly after my nephew's death, Job Corps closed down permanently. My sister is that type of mother who never really wanted to have anything to do with her son, and any time that he was in her care, she found a way to push him off into some type of program. He had faced homelessness for over a year, and he pretty much was in and out of the streets until I tried to help him, which didn't work. Long story short, he ended up overdosing in a Job Corps in Philadelphia on the second day. Mysteriously, unexplained, and just something that popped up out of nowhere. Some of these parents are taking deals to sell their children's organs for money. And when they realize that their child is not coming back and they cannot use their energy anymore for money, that's when all hell breaks loose in the mother's life or parent's life. So when you see people on the internet talking about justice for this person, justice for that person, and they're family members of people who mysteriously passed away, you gotta question it, because what's the motive if you were behind the mysterious accident anyway? Just look at Kenneka Jenkins' mom and how she talked about what it is she really did, the deal she actually took, and how she is behaving online publicly.
Kenneka Jenkins' mother just admitted the unthinkable. She took $3.7 million from the hotel and signed an NDA that forbids her from even saying her own daughter's name.
Same thing is happening with my sister. See, you might have thought that the money was going to buy away all of your problems, but when the money ran out, you realize how many problems you actually do have. It's a weird little situation, but the higher ups go to the poverty-driven areas to find their next victims so that they can live longer. It's a weird world we live in, and you never know how close it is to you.
Two motherfucking sons. I've been trying to catch these motherfuckers forever. Look at this shit. Can't make this shit up, cuz. Can't make this shit up. There's no more denying it. Karina has it on fucking footage, bitch. In real time, ho. Real time. Real fucking time. This is Louisville, fucking Kentucky, bitch. Day before Derby, ho. Two motherfucking suns in the motherfucking sky.
You don't see niggas having an uproar about the Epstein file because they been eating our babies.
We been trying to tell you.
The reason you don't see us hearing shit about ICE snatching motherfuckers up because we been getting snatched up.
But it's a conspiracy.
You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Johnson, his mama's still in court 13-something years later.
Yeah.
Still fighting the case. They said he offed himself and nigga, they probed him. He didn't even have no organs when they got there. Come on, dog. And when he got rolled up in that gym mat, didn't nobody give a damn.
Nah.
And what they call they called it Area 51. He used to work at S4. His job title was like, he a well-known scientist, you know what I'm saying? His job title, work on like a time capsule or something like that. But this man was so advanced and so smart, you know what I'm saying? His IQ, I'm telling you, Einstein IQ was at 170. At one point, everybody like, that's the smartest man in the world without the bed. Burrish, his IQ was at 200. 200, y'all know how smart that is? Like his IQ was at 200. IQ is on a whole nother level. You understand what I'm saying? The man finally released to the press. This is probably the most interesting man on the planet Earth right now that you can have a conversation with. The most, you know what I'm saying? Him, it's a dude named Mikai Kaku, who's a physicist. He's super dope too. But this man right now, he worked with Ebens. He worked with these extraterrestrials, and we do not call them aliens no more because the man say some shit like, well, you know what you call an alien, right? And I'm listening to him. He like, an alien is someone that's from another planet that does not share the same genetics as you and I. We are humans, correct? You understand? So we share the same, we share the same genetics. He say these people are future humans. These Ebers, these extraterrestrials, these star people. UFOs is real. He say they be reverse engineering them. It's like America, you know what I'm saying? The Navy be with the Eben. They go back Eben 1, Eben 2, Eben 3. He say some of them died. Some of them died. It was one particular day he built a relationship with. His name was J-Rod. Swear to God, if I'm lying, I'm flying no wings attached to my shoulders. J.R.O.D. And he said that his name was J-Rod because in the they speak what you call the language? They was like they write in Egyptian and speak Mandarin. J-Rod was like, we can work something out. My planet can give you, you know what I'm saying? We can give you our technology. The technology and show you guys how to use it and so on and so forth. But you have to promise that you will not, I repeat, you will not use it against your own kind, like against humans. You know, they wonder why like they study Americans like how we study them, and how the U.S. Navy and the U.S. Air Force and the U.S. military, they was literally torturing J-Rod. Like they had some of them in Los Alamos. They had some at S4, the basement in Area 51. They had some in the mountains of Colorado. Like they was really torturing these Ebens, trying to figure out where y'all come from, tell us more about your culture, etc., etc., etc. And the Ebens told like, we've been here for years. I don't think man never touched at first, never touched Mars. At first I used to think man never touched moon. But with so much technology we have right now, man have been on the moon, and we have something on the back of the moon. Notice they never talk about the back of the moon. It's something on the back of the moon. You got the reptilians, you got the humanoids. It's all types of extraterrestrials out here, and they from different galaxies, different planets. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all got to think. I believe in God. Don't get that twisted. Never get it twisted. I believe in God. I am a child of God. In the Bible does not talk about dinosaurs. And the government tried to Burbs because he helped this Eben get back to his planet, because you understand the Eben was trying to wonder, how do humans have emotions? And Burbs' life was threatened numerous times by the CIA. Before I leave planet Earth, before I die, I am going to the Bermuda Triangle. That is a wormhole, bro. When I say a wormhole, I mean that is a hole where you enter a new galaxy, a new world, like for real, man. Y'all gotta open y'all third eye. It's called the pineal gland. My been open. Y'all in the round like, this is what's going on in the world. This is what they planning. My man say, I told y'all my man say he was in the Air Force back in 93. The man said they had a TV that folded up into a newspaper.
Shortly after releasing this video, Zach TV met his demise. Let me know what y'all think. Did Zach TV go too far exposing information, or was he taken out over?
Never that serious, why was it shaved off? If it was never that serious, why did they have to cover it? If it was never that serious, why do they have to straighten it? If it was never that serious, why is natural hair ghetto? If it was never that serious, why is it now okay for white women to wear bonnets in public and not black women? Racism is that deep and takes many, many, many forms, one of which is cultural appropriation. Cultural appropriation only happens after culture has been suppressed, and then we take what we want and appropriate it into our culture, and we say, this is mine, I thought of this. There's no such thing as a cloud bob, okay? It's an afro. It's an afro, and white hair doesn't do that naturally. I have curly white hair. Mine doesn't turn into an afro. If it's not that deep, why is respectability a thing? Why is their ability to mimic whiteness what allows them to get jobs and social advancement in this country, in this current day and age, today?
I'm up with this one. A lot of us don't get this, Charlamagne. Do you realize you're the only people in world history who are not even considered people? We had to fight to prove we were human beings before we could fight for freedom. People leave that step out. It wasn't a fight for freedom. It was a fight for humanity, then a fight for freedom, then a fight for equality, and now we at stage 4, a fight for survival. You're the only people who was not allowed to learn by law. You're the only people who are dehumanized by law, okay? And you are the only people who the world benefited from your enslavement and did nothing, absolutely nothing about it, but the entire world benefited from you. So black people don't owe no explanations to nobody. They owe them to us. But before they can be external reparations, there has to be internal reparations, which is what I think y'all hitting at. Yes, we know white America owes us, but you'll never get from the outside until you do from the inside first. I'm gonna wake them up with this one.
is dead.
Don't
King Von been dead since 2020. They say allegedly somebody in NBA YoungBoy camp did it. Allegedly. He performed it at he performed the song. They dissing King Von and him at the concerts. And you buying that shit, but you like him?
I didn't know that at first, nigga. I would have never promoted that suck ass nigga. For real, man. I swear to God, ain't that a bitch? What he say, Armani, about King Von?
He talking about when they allegedly when it happened, they dissing him.
I will have somebody pop that nigga right at the concert. For real, I swear to God, I didn't know he was beefing with my dude. I swear to God, I didn't. Swear to God, I didn't. I'm looking for a
Yeah, King Von turning his grave for show. You all that shit you talk. Look at this. All that shit you talking, but you listen to this shit. Yeah, that's all good. All that shit you talk about the nigga.
Armani.
Nah.
Armani, tell me what happened to my